talk that talk with me, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to add my little intro, you know?
Yes. So you don't know?
So, it's now Talk the Ting with Kim segment. So the topic that everybody been looking forward to is, why do people feel they need a side piece?
Why?
Now, firstly, people, I cannot answer any personal questions, as in don't you need to think mega answer your specific relationship question as to why your partner or so may have or feel they need a side piece. May I put my disclaimer out there?
Yeah,
I'm not a counselor. I am not a counselor. It's general conversation, right? But I reach out to a bag of people. I wanted to get some insight. So I asked two things. I asked why they think people, what's their reasoning when it comes to people feeling they need a side piece. And then the second question I asked is, have they ever been or had a side piece?
All right.
Right? So the answers, the number one answer I got is that persons feel they need a side piece because they lack something in their relationship, and as such, they seek it elsewhere.
On the side.
That was on the side, right? So that was the number one answer. Like everybody, like people give me a couple of reasons. That was always in every single one of them. Them lacking something, and as such, them go look for it elsewhere.
Right.
But then my follow-up question is, even though they didn't have to answer, but my follow-up question was, so if it is that you're lacking something while you're in the relationship, if you lack something, then go elsewhere. You know, this is not fulfilling you, so go somewhere else that probably can give you the fulfillment you need. But the common responses I got was that, all right, so let's say you find somebody.
Yeah.
Firstly, they all said, you can't find everything you want in one person.
That's what I was just about to say. So
you can't find every single thing you want.
It's got to be missing at some point.
So there's always going to be something missing. So most times somebody who's considered wife or husband, them, let's say you have 10 things that you need, them have 6 or 7 out of 10. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So they don't necessarily want to lose that person. That person is important to them.
Right.
Them value them. And
7
them
is a
have
A
that
when
play.
you know?
7 is a A. So them not really want to let go the person here, but then there's just 1 and 2 things that the person probably can't fulfill.
Right.
And most people would lean towards probably sexual. No, it's not only sexual.
No, I mean, that's probably one aspect that might pop up, but that's not the only reason.
But that's not the only reason, right? So they're saying you don't want to lose wifey or husband, but then this other person can provide certain things. So that was the number one reason for why them think people feel they need a side piece.
And let me just pause there. I don't know if you have it listed there, but because you mentioned that a while ago, this is where you mash up most of them head now. Listen me. Mash it up on the head right now. Funtastic Fridays, 6 to 8 p.m. every Friday. Here we go. You guys need to understand that side pieces are not only sexual. So you can have somebody on the side and not sexually active.
That was something I was wondering. I actually wanted to make it a topic for a different day, because out of everybody I spoke to, one person said, please bear in mind that side piece is not only sexual. And I was like, but technically, if it doesn't involve sex, can't it just be like a good friend?
No, because you have like the flirty and the playful and the dating kind of vibe that's going on. But
so
true, true them not open the door yet.
Yeah.
And it probably get in there, but true not reach there yet.
There.
Yeah.
So like a side P without, you don't reach the IECE yet.
You don't get the ECE yet.
Or the ECE. So the side P.
Oh, jeez.
And you work for the other letter them till you get the final E, and then it's official.
Right.
The thing set.
Because you start, when you get in there, because you can start to look at hidings and them something there. So,
but
once
that's how
them
most people say that's when you know you do something wrong. When you start off hide things, that's when that should be assigned to you. You're doing something wrong. But that's a whole other conversation, because I thought that was a very valid question. If it's not sexual, are they still considered a side piece? A few persons say, yeah. Some persons say, can just be a good friend.
I think most of the guys say no, because after we get the benefit.
Right, so that's a good question. We're gonna touch points in the future.
Yeah.
All right, so the second most popular answer was, a dysfunctional upbringing or they grew up seeing it.
But so, Kimmie, I've got to break that down for you.
When we say dysfunctional upbringing, a lot of Jamaican parents, especially Jamaican fathers, and actually I've heard also Jamaican mothers too, especially to them sons.
So that's a Jamaican household.
You know, well, most time it's the fathers, but then when I really think about it, I've heard mothers say.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, but it's just not as frequent as the fathers, them, because they want to carry on a legacy, I guess. But them love to say, yeah, man, you have enough girl, you know, or you can broke enough heart, and they already have set that expectation. I've personally heard one mother, like her son, he's about 16, and him say, you know, him a date a girl, and him seem like him gonna be a good youth, right? And she said, no. Yeah, you probably a girl first. His mother was telling him that.
All right, on a different note though, as you mentioned that, I really need to take up a conversation with my mother. Because when I was growing up, she was telling me about the bag of girl them that's going to be running me down. So I haven't seen them as yet. So mom, we have to talk. Because you say, wow, you're cute. And so wait till when you grow up. The girls are going to run you down.
You don't grow up yet. You don't grow up yet.
Okay.
You can't have the talk with mommy yet. You have to wait till you don't grow up. So you can see the girl that run it down, and then your sister mommy did right.
Yeah, look.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the dysfunctional upbringing or grew up seeing it. So in the household, we need to understand that kids are very impressionable. They remember a lot of stuff that you probably won't even remember. Because I remember some fights my parents had. I almost say it to them. They say, when that happened? Right? I remember them though.
And then you have the motivation to cause the mothers, and probably, especially as you said, dysfunctional. So probably one-sided household or one-parent household. So when the other parent comes in, it's always a picture where say, go ahead, your father.
Exactly. So they see that. Or they say, daddy used to have a bag of woman, or mommy always did a step out. So they see that. And they've grown to expect it, right? So dysfunctional upbringing, grew up seeing it. That was the second most popular answer. Queen Kelly, my lover, you tune in.
Yeah.
Right? And then thirdly, other person said gains, but they said specifically for the females. And when they said gains, additional benefits or whatever, they were mainly saying financial.
Yeah.
So most women like a side man because them like a man for can buy the KFC, one for the light bill, one for the rent, one for take me to and from work. You know, have options.
And that's why you have to explain that it doesn't have to be sexual, because ladies might have these guys and true they're not getting sexual, they don't consider them as side man.
No, but them not really call them like boobs.
Well, that's what I'm trying to show you. So
but is that boobs a side piece though?
Yes, it is. That's what I'm trying to show you. That's how you look at it. No, that's why I say I'm going to mash up them head because they're comfortable, you know.
Technically. I forgot.
Because the conversation.
We're going to ask this question on the page. I feel like we need to put this out there because I see your side.
Yeah.
And then also I'm thinking that every time people talk about side piece, it's usually something that involves sexual relations.
Yeah, all right. Here's where the sexual part comes in, right? I understand, as them said, probably you call it boobs, right? You have the boobser, that's the lady who, looking to get the thing, From the boobsy, who is the boobs and they don't really know, right? That's just given. I would say probably 90% people, I don't have the statistics right now. I would say 90% the boobsy, the one who's getting the boobstead out.
Yeah.
They know have an intention to get the relationship to some level.
Yeah.
So they are giving to say, all right, I keep giving.
They might invest.
And you will,
for return. To get their return.
Right. So looking for some benefits somewhere down the line. Might not be physical sex, but probably a little hug or a kiss to say, wow, thank you. So,
Gary, you think them are the other investment if you hug her?
No, I'm just saying. Remember, say when them get that little kiss alone, I say, wow,
that's step one. That's step one. Okay, there's levels to this.
Yes.
Fair enough. So they say for additional gains, but people mainly said it that the women are the ones that tend to gain more. For a man, when he have a side piece, if not really, well, I guess depending on the relationship, it can get financial gains. So if it's a woman who go,
well, probably
take care of him to an
extent, she have her money already, or if your main man have the money and she
collect and she, okay, have some women that do that too, collect and carry come, right? So they were saying though that mostly the financial gains, because that's what everybody mentioned, was regarding the women. That's their benefit, right?
Yeah.
A few person, and this was an interesting one, said that, boy, sometimes the side piece thing wasn't intentional, It's an attachment that just happened. It grew.
Slipped and fell into the side piece
Not
relationship. Okay.
They slipped and fell. But, all right, so, just when them talk about work, wife and work husband, it's a thing,
Oh,
is
yes.
a thing.
Risky
So it
business.
you may not go out there looking to find someone, but you spend so much time with this person. When you discuss everything every day and see each other at work, when you start have lunch together, if you need to go to the bank one day, I'm gonna say, I follow you. Like them, you start doing everything together, right? Probably if things are going at home, or you, I'm gonna tell her, she gonna tell you, say, boy, this is one.
And then when she come home now, she say, hi, Kevin.
Right.
Yes.
So some person said some people don't go to them way to get a side piece, but you grow a bond, an attachment with someone, you get used to it, and maybe on a good day or a bad day, depending on how you see it, something might eventually happen.
So that's involuntary side pieceation, okay?
Yes, that is the exact term. Involuntary side pieceization.
There we go.
So yeah, they're saying that. And I think there's some truth to it. I've seen it. I've probably almost fallen victim to it. So I'm being honest.
Talk about that,
No, we're taught the things, so for be honest. So for be honest out here. If me ask question, must can gillick. I mean, everybody's anonymous. Me not anonymous, but I can see where it happened.
Yeah.
I've had like some good work, brethren, right? But me, they don't know that I might not gonna further. But one day, they might come to you, boy. Kimmie did always feel like something could have happened me, so on. They have to let them down easy, but the potential was there.
And it's definitely easier if you're the single person. Because if you're there and you're looking somebody, you want somebody for yourself.
And you see the girl and you like her vibe.
And you talk to her, the vibe is good.
I want to bond every day,
By 2-3 weeks now, in the talking, getting closer, she'll make you know, say, oh no, she have guy. See, I say, what kind? So if you have this time, I spend with me all this time, I have guy. Might as well we just go and spend time same way, because it don't really seem like you have guy.
Exactly. When we call it after work, you answer. We hang out. Sometimes we go out for drink. Depending on what you guys do in this work relationship, because people say work wife and work husband for a reason. I don't think that term was just made up. It was created because persons have that bond like a wife and a husband. Right? So that's why a lot of people out there, that the very first thought I had when people told me that was that is why a lot of women say, boy, my man have no female friend, and some man say, I don't really want, my woman have a bag of man friend, because those bonds can develop. And Queen Kelly said, she said that happens a lot. Me tell you, when them say, me say, that's really on point.
Let's put Queen Kelly on the air.
No, listen, Queen Kelly, don't make him dry you out. But for real, I think it happens more frequently than we admit. The friendship, the work friendship, or a good friend that we have that is just there. And I think that is, we can see where it can be a problem,
Yeah, man, and love is hilarious like that, because
you know, plan for it,
Yep, yeah. Sometimes, especially how these relationships are nowadays. Like the ladies and the men, everybody go out there looking. We want the person with this, we want the person with that, we want the person with that, and we list out the things. And we actually get into a relationship with somebody, and we're not 90%, we're probably 60%. Because we kind of settle in because them have the criteria as what we're looking for, but it's not the really emotional.
Yeah.
So now, while you're there with this person where you're there with, you're going about your daily life, you have your so-called work husband, work wife, when you vibing and you get along, when you realize you're compatible, when you have similarities over here. And
it just seems effortless.
And then it just blend up like juice. You get what I'm saying?
Not true.
And then all of a sudden now, love is in the air. And end up at each other place.
And then difficult, and know how to talk to the boyfriend, and then the boyfriend is probably uncomfortable about him the whole time. And
so just start the things under the secret.
You understand? And that's how the side piece and the side pieceization, involuntary side pieceization, it forms.
Yeah.
So that was actually something that I never thought of. So I really, really like that perspective. So another reason is people fear being alone. So when I asked the question, why not just life? If you're not being fulfilled, leave, be single, do your thing while you're single. Don't do it in a relationship and go hurt people picnic. But them say people fear being alone. Other people don't know how to be alone.
So that point now, as I said, that point works from the single person perspective. So if you are single, you look somebody, but you can't find
the relationship.
If you're in the relationship, you're a joker. Because if you're in the relationship and you say you don't like being alone, you already have a side piece, so it's either you left the side piece and take up the main man, you can't be alone, or you take up the side piece and left the main person, you're not going to be alone. So it can't be being alone.
Okay.
For you. You have to find an excuse. But if you're the single person now, remember you're already there by yourself.
Yeah.
you find half a person. So rather than get a own full person, you second with the half a person because you know say you don't want the zero person.
I know somebody actually said that to me that good man out for fine and most good men are already in relationships. So because she want a good man, she take half of a good man.
That is the side chick anthem.
You know, the options out here. But then I've said to her, technically you're not a good man then, but to each their own.
Because that's what I'm saying. The Shensia song is the side chick anthem, but that is the side chick's pledge.
The pledge.
Their pledge is a good man is hard to find.
So you just cut
so if
one of the relationship with a good man.
You said use I and use mine. So I'm not gonna use the side chick. So a good side chick, a good wife is hard to find.
It's hard to find, yeah.
So if I find one, I'll try make her mine. So
may I judge you? So I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, the lady said, boy, him treat her good. She wants some of the good treatment, but she don't understand the logic. So say, boy, if I'm gonna give some of the treatment to she now, that mean him not being a good husband to your wife.
Yeah, they're not looking at the bigger picture. Them just say, boy, I'm seeing a good man.
Yeah.
And this actually leads back to a statement I saw somewhere that was saying a woman will quicker deal with a man that live with him wife than a man that live with him mother.
But I have that
because
point.
Them see it. I was like, oh, you know, him take good care of me, want that too. So them just itch on the relationship.
Because you see, when you mentioned about being alone, I was gonna say that because I'm gonna say that. Listen to me. The rough part of being alone, you having somebody, easier to get another person.
Technically, because people see what you're giving your partner, and then other people get jealous or they want that for themselves. So I can see where that happens. So yeah, the other topic was people fear being alone. Now the next one, this is a popular one, mainly from the men. So there's an adrenaline where them know say them are the things them know fear do.
Risky business.
So they said adrenaline, ego, or guess what? It's just, and literally I quote, it's fun being Joe. Right?
Joe have a vibes.
Joe have a vibe. Joe not have only for commitment and them something that Joe out here having fun and she have fun too. And when them say ego, hold on, Queen Kelly says sometimes you're a side piece and don't even know it. We soon get to that.
Yeah, wait.
Queen Kelly, you're on point. She do her research.
We soon talk to them.
But yeah, so them say there's an adrenaline. You know, some people actually enjoy risky situations, right? And especially for the men, it's an ego thing. Most of them feel like they're giving the woman something that the husband or the man can't give. Some of them especially say, imagine if the man drive big Benz and a big house and made up on a bicycle and a Michelle link one away. Him feel, you know, it's a hype. And when him see him shout him all a snicker, you know, like you never know where go on type of thing. So for them, it's an adrenaline thing. And for the woman as well, it's an ego thing because also women will say, boy, yeah, she not take care of things. Him still have to call me. Have him woman, I'm still have to call me.
I think there was like an anthem for the girls to take a girl, man.
Exactly. There was a whole... Yeah, also women are proud about it. But then also women that said they were side pieces say, yeah, them did have the pride there to them realize because they felt like they were of higher value than wife because, you know, him still a link me.
And me know all the secrets.
And me know what go on. But then they said as they got older, they realized that they were being devalued, that they were just an option and will never be priority because guess what? Him not left wife.
Sometimes we have a few that get through, but... That's a different topic.
For the most part, him not left wife. We're just going to pause to big up Dejania Mommy, Shanti Phoenix, Golden Girl Kim,
everybody
and
in.
Kisha Reed joining in on the light. Yeah, mama, tell them one.
Ladies, I want to hear your opinion. Queen Kelly been talking with the gents. And the bridge them up on the live. Talk to it. Talk to it.
Make we know on the thing if I agree or not. So yeah, adrenaline, ego, or it's just plain fun. Right? That was another topic. Them like the riskiness, them like the potential of they can be caught, but if them know say them get catch a problem, them like that, right? Them have to run out of people house, hide in the room. One hour tell me say, hey man, I've been there and Obi call and me have to stay quiet to the car down. Right?
I'm
just going to play a role. Actually, one of the guys that I asked, he said, I don't know any man that has never been a side man. But I actually did find two.
Yeah,
So the guys that said no, they saw that with their parents and then realized the drama and the trauma it caused, and him decide for himself, him never they go do that. And my next brethren say, he's proud to say he's never put anybody through that. But every other man we talk to, them say, Kim, I've borrowed people, woman. That's what they call it. Borrow people, woman.
All right, let me show. And here's the pressure now. Let me get, since you mentioned this part.
Yeah.
Here's the pressure. Once again, the pressure is on the man here because when the ladies come now, right?
Dre Johnny and Dre Mike can give you feedback.
Yeah, Dre, what you talk for the thugs them now.
Yeah.
So here we are. You're a gentleman. Yeah? You meet a girl and talk like each other. Bam. She tell you, say, she have a man. Yeah? So you say, whoa, me not into that. Here's what she says to you. So you afraid? You as a man now, what you gonna say?
Some women have, not all women, but some women have done that.
Enough man not gonna accept say you be afraid right now, you know. No, I'm not afraid, but you don't know, we're gonna chat some foolishness.
To be fair, the average Jamaican man actually don't respond like that.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna tell you the most common thing.
What is the most common thing?
Me not try to talk to you, man. Are you me try to get to know?
No, but I'm saying that because that's part of the boldness that has developed.
Yeah.
No, that's part of the boldness. But yeah, men out there that going try and say, no.
Why you give me the additional information?
Because we know it's a lady them are gonna ask if you're free. Because if a lady I got hang out with you like that, and you get to the point where you know she have somebody, that lady they done already depend the part for trouble. So you just have just play along. That's what we usually do. But ladies them know if they have a guy and they realize the guy have another woman, ladies gonna be like, they'll be look more reserved to say, no, she not do this and and the man we not really say boy if you're gonna say 4-star or stuff like that. So it's probably easier for the ladies to avoid the side pieceism than for the men, because we're all about pride. So we're gonna say, boy, but just go on work with it.
I see the logics. Right, but another topic or another reason, sorry, that was mentioned is that persons choose to be side pieces because they get the benefits of a relationship without the commitment.
Without the commitment and the stress.
So you're basically the escape from whatever the situations are, the problems are. Like for the men, them say, all right, she link me when she want company, when she want attention, when she want certain things. But if not, chances are she not gonna link and say my rent need for pay or certain thing because the husband or the boyfriend out the road there already. Him supposed to do that. So he's just, she might link him, but it's not for nothing like that. She may say she want money for something else because women take it as one of the gains of a side piece.
Any relationship, they would say the woman will look some gains. But anyway.
Exactly. So they were saying that them get the benefits of a relationship. They get the companionship. They want somebody for power with, want time, want conversation. All of that them get, and them not have the relationship stress. So a few persons actually said it's easier to be a side piece than a boyfriend.
Not all the time.
A few persons, not all.
Based on the time frame, and as I mentioned, the biggest part about it is the responsibility. Yeah,
that's the thing. Some of them want the easy way, the easy version.
So it's not easy physically, but the responsibility. We say, when you're a man, you have to make sure your message, send gift, look sweeten up. Side piece, you just want to say, yo, Ray, am I time? You know?
Exactly. So another point was that we are not naturally monogamous, but we try to adjust to society's expectations. So what they're saying is that we're not born for second down with nobody, with no one person. They're saying if you check out history, because you had a handful of people that do them research, and them say them if you check out history, men had multiple wives and all these things, and now society is telling you settle down, and as such, we're going against natural instinct. Not my views, but that it's the views of a few persons. So they were saying that it's our natural instinct to be polyamorous. These were the words that were used, and we'll fight it. And as such, some people eventually give in to it because you're fighting natural urge.
So Jamaica is a joker. When them in a school, right? And I do look at SAT and the CSAT them and the GSAT them and the pre-SAT them. Yeah? And the teacher come to them and say to them, say, there is a exquisite.
Yeah.
I say, miss, nobody with the big word, nobody with the big word. All of a sudden, now, they might got here, these gents coming up now. Well, we are all polyamorous.
Polyamorous
from,
and
in ancient
monogamous.
days. All of a sudden, them know the big word, them know, you know,
Yeah, man,
when it benefit them.
I'm like how after you said with the gents there, the gents them running, big up Romario Records for joining, Andre Agapetos.
Yeah.
Andre said the sideman role is not for every man, and Romario hold him head. Him send the emoji.
So wait, Jay. All right, well, like when you say that, Jay, but you have to clarify now. Are you saying that you've tested it out and it don't work, or are you saying that?
Why Andre talking business?
No, well, I'm not. I'm not for talking business, man. Because I'm saying, I want to know if he's saying it that he says it's not for any man. Like him, I say, yo,
yeah, not for everybody.
I've seen it and it's not for
everybody.
Or him, I say, me see people that try it and it don't work.
It doesn't make no sense. All right, Jer, give your feedback there. So yeah, they said we're not naturally monogamous and we're fighting our natural urges. Now another popular one was the spouses or the partners get complacent, right? So for the women, they were saying the man them not give them as much attention no more. You know, usually when them just start talk to you, them will call you, you know, you okay? How's your day?
Morning, beautiful.
I want to hear your voice. And boy, I can't wait to see you later. That used to go on.
Baby.
But then they get comfy and then it stops. But guess what? The side man them work hard. them put in the effort. Let me tell you. Don't tell a side man what you don't have in your relationship because a beer that you get.
What?
Right? If I tell him, say, you know, don't take me out anymore, I promise you every weekend going forward.
Picnic in the park.
Listen,
Riverside
one person
settings.
I spoke to, she said, well, even if my boyfriend there do it, me used to tell the side man, anything me did actually want, me just tell him what it is that claim say him never did I do it, for ensure, he say, him a do it for me.
Them girl are wicked, them wicked.
So she chose what she told him that Obi never did I do.
Why?
Right?
They say, oh boy, you know, say my, in a cooking on. You see,
Him
that's
not
why
cook
YouTube.
over
same
soda.
time.
Him start cook and carry come, you know, meals daily. So they're saying that the spouses get complacent. So that's for the women. For the men, them say, boy, the woman them now put themselves together like one time.
That's complacency.
When she first,
right?
get the perspectives them. So I'm saying when you first meet her, she wear the nicest dress. Ear do probably more often than they say any other woman do her ear. She have styles every week, stuff like that. And then eventually, you know, so the dress all along now.
And then the physical too.
And the physical, and I mean that I don't touch on too much because I feel like that's
no, man, not physical. No. I'm talking like you should have come jump on your kiss.
Yeah. So the affection, you know, and she make you feel, you know, she boosts your ego and
rub
boy,
down your
baby,
back and then something there.
Oh, you said beard trim off, yeah, all right. Well, to see that not going no more.
Should have said move.
Exactly, right. Listen, right. I can't deal with you. Don't talk to me. A beard that you start getting. So the side chick them know. Them girl here put themselves together, them put in the effort, and them make the man feel like a man. Them a compliment him and I say, boy, you know your woman need for.
All when you're hungry like what? Side chick I tell
she
you
make
cute.
your ego.
Yeah, tell you.
Listen. So what they're saying is that these external persons that aren't in the relationship, they eventually start putting in more effort than your partner. But then because them have a bond already and you're already with a person, especially if you're there for a long time or you share kids, them don't really want to get up and left, so them just partake in what this side person is doing and giving them. So them will get the best of both worlds.
I know said that the side person them even not really do much because you see because they are the side person, you don't even look to them for much.
Exactly.
So anything them do, like them could have do bare minimum. Like them could have just message your eye. As you get them eye, here you know, no? Boy, my wife never say I from Marley.
Yeah, you start compare. Right? Or them little something there. Or if the man used to tell you good morning, beautiful. Yeah. And this one now start call you sunshine. Yeah. Tomorrow him call you Daisy. Tomorrow him call you my love. Tomorrow him call you planting. What him just versatile with your nickname them. I said, boy, so my man. Yeah, actually, I remember seeing a meme that said, when you post your picture and your man no comment nor nothing, but you have a bag of man under, oh my God, you know, him give a poem. You look like a princess from, yeah, the man them.
And them say the boyfriend say happy birthday, honey. And then the man them know, 1942,
a queen was born. So decide them put in the effort. Jerry said I've tried it once, but I don't think I'll be up for it so easily again. He never said
he not give up on the cards,
again, you know. he won't be up for it so
Him not
easily.
going volunteer. So again, he didn't do it willingly. A lot of his own free mind.
And Queen Kelly said it's so true. I believe she had responded when I just mentioned that the partners get complacent. So,
Yeah, man.
the side piece, them put in more effort and them go where the effort is.
Yeah.
No, persons also said due to past hurt, persons are afraid to give their attention to one person, all their attention to one person. So they probably a relationship in the past and they put 100% in and whatever, and maybe that man or woman did have a side piece, then find out, it cut them deep, and after that them decide I better them have options than them have one person, because if that person that break them heart, them not nothing for fall back on. Or
the broken heart motto, as soon as the girl reach in a relationship, she just say she get born, so might as well she get born too.
So that was actually one of them. So another point someone mentioned, or a few persons mentioned, is that persons have grown to expect infidelity. So you see, because you expect it, is like you try to beat them to it. So I know some girls will say, listen, all man cheating on because she expect it. She does have a side man from the get-go. So when you do eventually cheat, because you don't expect this, so even if you don't, you sort of get cheated from either way. But she said, when you do eventually cheat, like, joke's on you.
Joke's on you.
You're late to the party type of thing, So, I mean, I think that one controversial because what if the person never cheats? Then it's just messed up. I know you're going to hurt somebody else.
Well, Osh.
Osh can't buy a brush. I'm sorry, can't buy soda, Larry. When last we hear that? Anyway, so they were saying that due to past hurts, people are afraid to give all their attention to one person. So you have a backup plan. So when him start hurt you, say, all right, it's all right. Me have a secret.
Stand by.
And you link your secret, And then they also said because they've grown to expect it, either they've seen it so often, or probably in every relationship so far they've had somebody that was cheating at some point or had a side piece at some point, them just beat them to it, right? Dre said people should be honest to each other and things will work out. If not, try again with another person. But the thing is not, Dre, it's easier said than done. No, as a person said, you see, because you're so used to the person and especially history, the longer you're with somebody, the harder it is to leave a relationship. Most people don't want to start over.
Not necessarily that, but as you say, that's part of it, But here is the trick that I think will be more grounded to say, boy, stay with this person. You mentioned it earlier. If I am with this person, for two reasons, if I am with this person and I have them at a 7, I mean, no say out there, so I'll be a problem man. I'll be a problem woman. Why am I going to leave this little potential-ish?
Better than most.
And go out there now for get all a 4 and then still I get the bump on the side. You get me? I say?
So you just add the 4 plus the 7 and get a 11 out of 10.
Basically.
So you just have a 2 man, and just make yourself a 11 out of 10 man.
So the ladies then.
And vice versa for the woman. You have wife and she's a 7 out of 10.
So that's why they most
and you
likely
find this 3 out of 10 girl and you just say, alright, I get my full 10.
So some persons not easily willing to start a new relationship because they might say, boy, I see a problem I go come.
Yeah, most people
so at least they know who are the side piece are.
Yeah, and I know what to expect from him instead of going to something new and probably end up in a worse relationship. It's true. New
relationship, I know some people still excited for you. It's risky.
It's risky bad, right about now. When I hear these stories, I'm like, Lord, I don't know about this. But anyways. And the final 2 points is that some persons are just plain selfish. Most persons actually said, to be very honest, Kim, the very core of this is that people selfish. Whatever all these reasons
is a G word,
are
Kim.
tied to
the G word.
Greedy. Selfish, greedy, can't be satisfied. Everybody said that's the core of it.
Because some persons have somebody at 9 out of 10.
Yeah, man, and them do the world for you and whatever, and then you still a step out, really? So most persons actually, and I was actually surprised that it was men that mainly said this to me, that Kim, the core of having a side piece is really selfishness, greediness, selfishness, and you just want to have your cake and eat it too, not no more to it. Dre said once I'm in a relationship, it's all monogamy.
Good youth. Right? And them youth they represent for Funtastic Fridays, Good people.
Exactly, we like that. We might give a hope.
We're in the bagga.
Hope for the generation.
Yeah.
And then the final reason is that a lot of persons compromise to being a side piece in hopes of one day becoming the main. So somebody said, them like to play the long game. Them step in first as the good friend. right? So whenever una problems, eventually, the problems are good. It's a boy, why she not listen to me and she don't understand me? And as a friend, no, it's okay, she'll come around and you play the good friend role first and you're there and y'all give two advice to y'all support the relationship.
Yeah.
Take her out, man. Probably she just need to be taken out the house. So the trust is formed. Then eventually things start go south. So you start talk to her more because she seemed like the peace.
Yeah.
The peace of mind.
She's the answer.
She's the answer to your problems. Because every problem you have, you take it to her and she seems to be helping. Because you stop go to wife, or you stop go to hubby, so you take it. I mean, I tell you, them side piece, you put in effort, I tell you effort,
Some of them take it as a planning game.
Yeah, man. Some play the long haul. So a lot of them compromise in hopes of becoming the main one day. And then one specific person said to me, but not for careful, una choose a side piece. Because some of them side piece here, when eventually them realize that they will never become the main, them get bitter. And this is all like her personal experience.
Yeah.
She said, and take all the receipts to the man. Call up the man and make him know what was going and make him know everything. She said, be careful who you choose because eventually they can become obsessive. She said, you have some crazy people out there.
Yep.
You can't take up everybody as side piece.
Yeah, true that.
Them will ruin your life or them will
mash up
want to
your
kill you or mash up your show or something. So people, it's risky business. It's a risky game. Right? Big up VCB Roy for joining.
VCB!
And Dre said, when I'm single, it's casual, but I do keep it on a respectful level. Big
definitely.
up Tech Charge JA for joining. Oh, but I run in when we touch on the last
point. Them have to go watch the replay.
No, I'm have to go repeat everything. Just one time, but not in depth.
Quickly.
But yeah, Dre said the time, energy, and effort you'd put in as a side piece, why not focus all of that to be a main squeeze? It might not rhyme. But yeah. Dre, that's a whole other topic for a whole other day.
You put a mash up on that topic. They say most of the side piece sometimes, Dre. Boy, side piece never. Sometimes side piece I'll get 5 minutes for the week. Or 10 minutes for the week. Sometimes the side piece them I don't know commitment. Remember, I don't know long game. I just are you free? Yes, let's go. So I don't really say take up time for the side piece. Side piece come like your free time. Probably wife they at work, wife gone to school, whatever plans, Side piece are the free game. So like you really put time in it or so.
But that's the thing. Some people invest time in the side piece.
No, I'm just trying to say you have levels to it. So
yeah, there's levels. There's levels.
You're the one where I does free time.
Yeah. So overall, people, this is a recap for those who missed.
All right.
The different reasons.
But let's take a break.
Let's take a break. When we come back with a quick recap. If you don't want to drop your 1 and 2 comments, send them on the live.